Assalamualaikum a bit to all of the judges and everyone that will be watching our video. I hope everyone will have a great day. In this video, our group will be presenting about our project entitled Sanford City. So I am here as the first presenter. My name is Nur Iwani Edina binti Osman. For the past several months, we Malaysians had been surprised with the coming of COVID-19 pandemic into our country. This pandemic had affected a lot of people's daily life, and this pandemic also had forced the government to do the movement control order, or can be called as MCO, to stop the people from going out of their house, their area, or their state without any significant or important purposes. And this is mainly to stop the disease from spreading around the country. Since the pandemic, the number of accidents had increased a lot in just a few months. So this study was mainly conducted to help in decreasing the number of accidents, not only during the pandemic, but also for the future, as well as for the safety of society. So our project, which is sensor system, is used to solve the problem. This sensor system is made for two conditions, which are the first one during the roadblocks and the second one when the police are patrolling any residential areas. As we all know, a sensor is a device that is used to detect or respond to any type of input from any physical environment. The input can be light, motion, heat, and etc. So this study is focusing on how the combination of sensors work in order to overcome the problems. Next one is problem statement. There are a few problems that lead us to invent the sensor system. The first one is the accidents that happen between drivers and police officers during the roadblocks. For example, the accident that happened on 3rd May 2020 where a police corporal died after the drunk driver's car crashed into him. So this is happened in Kazan. And the second one is the irresponsible drivers who want to avoid going through the roadblock and overspeed, which then eventually lead to car crashes or accidents and heavy traffic, especially during the night time. The third one is the police officers and soldiers who are also frontliners might be on duty during the roadblocks and they are highly exposed to the risk of COVID-19 infection. Even though they have been wearing protection masks or gloves or any other protection equipment. And the spreading can be from their colleagues or the drivers during the roadblocks. The fourth one is the residential areas, which are vulnerable to many harmful things and crime, such as housebreaking, especially in the areas that are not provided with security guards to ensure the safety of the residents.
Hi, my name is Nur Sabrina Bent Yusuf. So today I will enlighten the objective of this project. First of all, this project aims to reduce the amount of road accidents during the roadblocks are held. According to MalayMail.com, Malaysia has increased 2.5% in road accident and the total is so worrying, and this is why this project created sense of safety application to help to reduce the amount of road accident. Second is to ease the police officer to get notified earlier and stay alert with any vehicles that will pass by at particular area or road, so that the police officer can take fast action to prevent the accident from happen. The third is to reduce the amount of physical contact between police officer and the driver. It is very useful during this pandemic because it can prevent someone from exposed to the virus. Last but not least, it is also to ensure the safety at residential area. Some people are driving recklessly and this is dangerous. That is why this project are created to help someone to get alert at this residential area.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Faradila binti Wasa and I'm from the Faculty of Civil Engineering UITM Shah Alam. I will be presenting about the novelty of this project. The sensor is portable with a very thin body and small that can be put on the road and very durable. This sensor uses Arduino Uno for its programming system and Blink module for the wireless camera system. The sensor's equipment will have a motion sensor and weight pressure that only detect certain weight following its own capacity. There will be a Wi-Fi module, which is a circuit that will be used to establish communication between a mobile device, which is the portable small cam, and the sensor. It also can detect within 50 meter distance. It also comes with a portable small cam with holder for the police officer to view the small screen. It also links with the CCTV camera that will be put on the road within 50 meter from roadblocks area. There will be LEDs used to produce light blinking. So when the car approaches at way the roadblock takes place, it's notify the driver to slow down their cars. When the driver arrives at the end of the 50 meter, there will be a camera for the driver to show any particular letter if needed and a mic equipped at the camera, enable the driver to talk to the police officer. This is the input and output of the sensor, which is the input include motion sensor, weight pressure sensor, CCTV camera, and Wi-Fi module. And the output include the CCTV camera, light blinking, and Wi-Fi module. When a car passing through the roadblock area, there will be a CCTV within 50 meters that will capture the visual of the car and its plate number to notify the police officer from their portable small camera device. Next, there will be a bar that holds the sensor that will be put at both sides of the road, which detect the presence of the car. When the car is near to the roadblock area, a blinking light will be placed at the top of the bar to notify the drivers to slow down their car. After the driver arrives there will be a camera to show any particular letter and a mic equipped at the camera to enable the driver to talk to the police officer. The sensor will send signal and notify the police officer via the devices when it detects a car within 50 meter distance. The CCTV camera that link to the police officer device also can be put at the residential area to ensure the neighborhood safety.
From the data here, we managed to make a general accident and fatality dashboard. We use bar chart pivot for the rate and percentage of road accident and also for the fatality. As we can see here, the difference by year in 2018 and 2019, which Selangor still being the highest state, which conclude that road accidents happen frequently in urban areas that have lots of highways. We also use pie chart pivot to compare the percentage of road accident and fatality in 2018 and 2019. We can see here it doesn't have much difference, so we can conclude that road accidents do not decrease by year. We use line pivot and map pivot to show the general accident that happened in 2018 and 2019 and compare it by state. We also create data and graph for road accident during MCO, which we know that there's a lot of roadblock during that time. As we can see here, the number of accidents was increased as the MCO series began. For instance, the number of accidents on 6 series of MCO was 25,251 and the percentage of fatality was 49% compared to during MCO1, which only 5,948 number of accidents and 12% of fatality. We also create data and graph for road accident that happens because of alcohol influence while driving. As we can see here, the number of accident deaths and injuries was increased from 2010 to 2018.
My name is Muhammad Najman Bayazali. So now I will share about the benefit of our project to the society. First of all, the number of the fatality and the injury of the drivers and passengers that caused by the accident can be reduced. Then it can also help people to be aware and stay focused while driving in order to be a good and responsible driver, especially when they are driving on the highway. Besides, it can also avoid the COVID-19 disease from spreading to a lot more citizens when people going somewhere. For example, the police will stay alert and always keep their distance with the driver and avoid from any physical contact. Last but not least, residents in residential area also will feel much safer when the police officer are patrolling and at once help in reducing the number of housebreaking crime. For conclusion, this sensor can be very useful to the police officer when they are doing their work, and also can be a way to overcome many problems such as accident during the roadblocks, countless physical contact between the police officer and the drivers, and also housebreaking crime in residential area. So through this study, it shows how the technology can be beneficial to the society. That's all from us. Thank you.